A long time ago, in a small pottery village, there lived a young apprentice named Akio. He was dedicated to his craft, spending long hours in the workshop of Master Hideo, the most respected potter in the area. Akio admired Master Hideo not only for his skill, but also for his wisdom and honesty. Akio dreamed of becoming a master potter himself one day. One morning, as the sun rose over the village, Master Hideo called Akio into his workshop. "Akio," he said, "I have an important task for you. This vase is my finest creation, and it must be delivered to a wealthy buyer in the distant town of Hanamura. It is delicate and valuable, and I trust you to deliver it safely." Akio felt proud. "I won't let you down, master," he promised, carefully placing the vase into a protective crate. With the vase securely packed, Akio set off on his journey, determined to prove himself. The path to Hanamura was full of challenges. First, Akio had to cross a rickety old bridge that swayed over a deep gorge. With each step, the wood creaked and groaned, and Akio's heart pounded. He held the crate tightly, focusing on his task. He managed to cross the bridge safely, breathing a sigh of relief once he reached the other side. As he continued, he entered a dense forest. The path was narrow and winding, with roots and branches threatening to trip him. The forest was dark, and Akio had to be very careful to avoid damaging the precious cargo. Despite the difficulty, he kept going, his determination strong. Along the way, Akio met various travelers and merchants. One day, a wealthy merchant riding in a luxurious carriage stopped and asked, "What do you carry in that crate, young man?" Akio replied politely, "It's a special vase, crafted by my master. I'm delivering it to Hanamura." The merchant's eyes lit up with interest. "A special vase, you say? I would like to see it." Reluctantly, Akio opened the crate to show the exquisite vase. The merchant's eyes widened. "This is indeed a masterpiece. I will pay you a good sum for it. How about 50 gold coins?" Akio shook his head. "I'm sorry, sir, but I must deliver this vase to its rightful owner." The merchant frowned but didn't press further. Akio continued on his journey, but the merchant's offer stayed in his mind. 50 gold coins could change his life. He could buy new clothes, better tools, and help his family. Still, he reminded himself of his promise to Master Hideo and kept going. As Akio traveled further, the challenges grew tougher. One evening, he arrived at a busy village market. The market was alive with activity, and the scent of food and spices filled the air. While resting, another merchant approached him. "I hear you carry a valuable vase," the merchant said, eyeing the crate. Akio nodded. "Yes, I'm delivering it to Hanamura." The merchant smiled. "I will pay you 70 gold coins for it." Akio was tempted but refused. "I can't sell it. It must go to Hanamura." The merchant shrugged and walked away, but Akio couldn't stop thinking about what 70 gold coins could buy. As he continued his journey, the temptations became harder to resist. Each encounter with potential buyers weakened his resolve. Finally, as he neared Hanamura, Akio met a nobleman known for his vast wealth. The nobleman looked at the vase and said, "I will give you 100 gold coins for this vase." Akio's mind raced. 100 gold coins were more money than he had ever seen. He thought about the hardships he had faced, the rickety bridge, the dark forest, and the many temptations. He had gone through so much, and the thought of returning home with such a reward was very appealing. After much internal struggle, Akio gave in to the temptation. He sold the vase to the nobleman and used the money to buy fine clothes, a grand feast, and luxurious gifts for his family. He felt a mix of relief and guilt, trying to convince himself that he deserved the reward for his hardships. With the money spent and the luxuries enjoyed, Akio returned to his village, hoping Master Hideo would understand. When he arrived at the workshop, Master Hideo greeted him warmly. "Welcome back, Akio. How was your journey?" Akio hesitated, then confessed, "Master, I sold the vase before reaching Hanamura. The temptations were too great, and I used the money to buy luxuries. I am deeply sorry." Master Hideo's expression turned serious. "Akio, I am disappointed, not because you sold the vase, but because you gave in to temptation and didn't keep your commitment. The buyer in Hanamura was a trusted friend who was prepared to offer you an apprenticeship, a chance to become a master potter. You have not only lost that opportunity, but also your integrity. Akio was devastated. He realized the true cost of his actions. The luxuries he had enjoyed were fleeting, but the loss of trust and opportunity was permanent. He thought about the harsh lesson he had learned, promising himself never to let temptation cloud his judgment again. But in a moment of weakness, he made a choice that went against his values and cost him an opportunity that would never come again. Master Hideo placed a reassuring hand on Akio's shoulder. We all make mistakes, Akio. What matters is that you learn from them and strive to be better. Integrity is more valuable than any material wealth. Akio's story shows us how powerful our thoughts are and why it's important to stay honest and true to our values, even when faced with challenges. At first, Akio was determined to deliver the vase safely. But along the way, he let negative thoughts and temptations take over, leading him to sell the vase for quick money. This story highlights how quickly negative thoughts can change our actions. As Buddha said, our biggest enemy cannot harm us as much as our unguarded thoughts. Every action starts with a thought. If we allow negative thoughts to grow, they can lead us down the wrong path. Our thoughts turn into words, our words become actions, our actions become habits, and our habits shape our future. To avoid negative thinking, it's important to keep an eye on our thoughts and focus on positive ones. By being mindful of what we think, we can make better decisions that match our values. Buddha also said, "Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, the wise are not affected by praise or blame." This means that staying true to our values, despite outside temptations, is key to a fulfilling life. In everyday life, we all face situations that test our honesty and integrity. Immediate rewards might seem tempting, but they often lead to regret and missed opportunities. True success comes from knowing we acted with integrity, even when it's tough. So, as we go through life, let's remember to watch our thoughts. They shape our actions and, ultimately, our future. By nurturing positive thoughts and staying true to our values, we can build a future we're proud of.